Hi, I'm Sarah from DSV, and today I'm with Tim Lamyman from Worlaby Farms, and we're going to talk to him about his variety champion and the world record that he's just broken. So Tim, what are the main characteristics of champion which made you decide to grow the variety?
So tillering, disease resistance, and the fact that it's very reliable first, second or third week from what I can see in the stats. So a combination of everything really.
When did you drill the champion here on the farm?
So last year it was drilled 22nd and 24th of September, and plenty early enough, but it set it up really well.
What drill did you use?
We use a Vidastat Rapid, been using the same style drill for the last 35 years, just gone from 4 metre to 6 metre.
And what sort of seed rate were you using?
Seed rate was 125 kilograms a hectare in this field and 150 kilograms a hectare in the one that broke the world record.
And the soil moisture at drilling, was it dry?
It was reasonably dry, but we'd had a little bit of moisture, enough to get the seed going anyway. Yeah.
And was that the first year when you broke the world record, the first year you'd grown champion, or had you grown it before?
No, we grew it the season before as well and got a real feel of it. Just one seed crop. It did fantastically well for us in 2022.
Oh, brilliant! And what sort of yield did you get from it?
So 2 years ago we got over 15 tonne a hectare, and last year we got 16.5 and 17.9 tonnes a hectare.
And what's the annual rainfall you have here on the farm?
So it can vary from 650 when we're having a dry time to well over 1,000 to about 1,200 millimetres of rain. We're in the wet area of the wold, so we generally don't struggle for water unless it's really dry like last year, but it didn't seem to harm our yields. Somehow or other the water seems to come up through the chalk, so still kept growing.
And spec weight is something that Champion seems to get picked on a little bit. What was your final spec weight with Champion?
So the spec weight was quite incredible. It's about the second highest ever on the farm at 83.2 kilograms a hectare, and quite a bold sample as well, which is what I like about Champion. It's farmer friendly type of sample of grain. It's nice and bold, and spec weight won't be an issue if you look after it at T3s. Never is, no matter how low the variety is supposedly supposed to be.
So what are your top tips for people thinking about growing Champion next season, or if they've got it in the ground at the moment?
So keeping the seed rate at the right rate rather than doing a farmer rate and drilling too much. That's the first tip. Champion does tiller exceptionally well, so you can be lighter drilled or have barer parts in the field and it will cover in. It's a fantastically big head, so the other thing you've got to watch with Champion is stem length. So a nice bit of growth regulator is a good way of stopping that slightly weaker standing power in there to do it. We've not really had any issues with Champion standing, but we've looked after it from the start, and good rates of growth regulator. Second half of the season are definitely ways to keep it well stood up, so making it not an issue at all.
Do you think you could, you've got Champion in the ground this year, do you think you're going to break the world record this year, or in the future years?
Champion this year, no fields we will be going for world records in wheat or barley this year. We were late drilled. We had a problem at home. Our main chap had a heart attack, and so we were later drilling, and the weather conditions to me personally so far this season are definitely not set up for a UK breaking world records. We don't have the New Zealand sunlight, so I'd probably be looking at doing Champion in 2024. I really like the variety, and we've a couple of fields that potentially can produce better yields than the one we broke the world record with, so we'll be looking at it in 24, I think.
So what are your biggest yield restrictions here on the farm? What is limiting that yield?
The two main things, which is the same for the whole of the UK, is sunlight. We don't get as much sunlight as New Zealand, so it's only in the really sillily sunny times that we can have a go at world records on wheat. And the other one is our soil. Everybody thinks because we live in Lincolnshire it's grade 1 silts, and this is basically 25-30 centimetres of a grade 2 wold land followed by pure chalk underneath, and those are our best fields that seem to break world records, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's the best soil in the world, by far not.
What about if you were, I know you speak to our wheat breeder a lot. Like, what are your, what would you like from wheat varieties in the future? What are the main traits that you would, like to see in these varieties?
So Champion's got an awful lot of what we're looking for, and that's why it's become a mainstay variety in the farm, where we're growing over 50% of the farm with Champion this year, because we've got the confidence behind it. So the only thing, if you could pick and choose out of a list, is more stem strength in the Champion is the one weakness I'd see in Champion. It's not a major weakness, it's just a minor one, because you can sort that out. But if we could have a bit more stem strength in a variety like Champion, I'd be exceptionally happy.
How do you think climate change will affect you in the future on this farm?
That's a really tricky question. It depends if we come warmer or wetter. So if it's wetter, that's advantages to us because it will run off on the hills. So apart from in the bottomland, we don't have the disadvantage of being sat in water all the time. It runs off the hills. If it becomes drier, then we're all going to have issues with water, and so we're going to have to look at varieties like Champion to counter that, because I still can't believe what we did in probably the driest season we've had in 10 years with Champion last year. So it certainly seems to have some rooting abilities, better than most.
Do you think you'd ever irrigate on this farm?
It's not. We've irrigated for potatoes before, and I've never really intended to irrigate on wheat or barley. We seem to be able to, nutritional wise, produce better root structures and stronger stems that can get away from that. So I haven't considered doing it on this farm yet. You never know. It depends how dry we get.
And what about for farmers looking to increase yield? What would your top tips be for them?
So overhaul everything. The trouble is, people tend to concentrate on one side. It might be on soils, it might be on fungicides, it might be on nutrition, it might just be on land working. But all those factors need to be looked over, because it might be one of the factors you've missed that's limiting the thing. I'm not here to teach other farmers how to do it, but the way we did what we did was by overhauling exactly everything, from choosing the variety right through to the nutritional program, soil structures and fungicide programs. And one of the things I think is generally done rather than looking at is actually concentrating fungicide programs at varieties, and that's as far as I'll go on the fungicides. Obviously Champion, with the Septoria rating at 8.1 currently, is a fantastic start to anybody's program for helping you with disease resistance.